Hi, bonjour. 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 Welcome to GoGo Chateau. I'm Morgan, a passionate American following a lifelong dream of moving to rural France, exploring its beautiful regions, searching for a chateau to restore as my fairy tale next chapter. So I have concluded my second official viewing. Quite lovely.
There is a lot of flowers. English market.
Okay. I know it's ridiculous. Total princess fantasy. I'll have a sweeping staircase, French windows, and high ceiling, and a grand ballroom to live in by myself, which is absolutely hilarious. Okay, to afford it, it's gonna be a fixer. Look at this lovely room. Major fixer. Okay, so is this falling in here because of water damage yet? Wow.
Yes.
Oh, look at this. That's crazy. Okay, right. Wow. I know it's gonna be bonkers, but I'm up for the challenge. Just a little bit of backstory. I've led a pretty colorful, creative life in LA. First as a dancer and professional cheerleader, then a music video and commercial director, cut, and interior designer, and event producer. My love of antiquities, vintage furniture, and clothing, and textiles will continue to be a thread, well, I don't know, forever. I've always had a love for rescuing and restoring properties, which is what brings me here to France now at this time of my life. Putting all of these things that I've learned, all of these experiences that I've had into one thing. Okay, why France? Why a chateau? Let's go back 7 years. I read this article in Forbes magazine. You could buy, at that time, a chateau for the same price as like a garage in Los Angeles. Cut to pandemic, everybody's in lockdown, and I see these shows coming on. Escape to the Chateau and Escape to the Chateau DIY, and I go down a rabbit hole. There's a whole network of English-speaking chateau owners that are restoring their properties and have YouTube channels. I'm like, I think I could do this. So as soon as lockdown was over, I hopped on a plane with no plan. I arrived in Paris.
Paris. T'as le palpitant à Notre-Dame, mais l'amour c'est rue d'Amsterdam qu'on l'achète pour des picaillons, même à ce prix-là parfois c'est bon. Paris, t'as la tête au creux des nuages, la tour Eiffel, les 3 étages qui scintillent quand t'arrives le soir, des fois que tu vois tout trop en noir. Paris, t'as les pieds au bord de la Seine, où se noie le chagrin quand t'as de la peine, sous des vagues de mélancolie, au son des orgues de barbarie.
Okay, day one. So it's not the greatest view, but if you stick your head out the window.
Paris.
I arrive in Paris. I know that I'm going to stay for 8 days, and I just give myself some grace. And the rest of the time, I was going to just get a car and drive. So I started talking to people, asking questions. I'm shopping for a chateau myself to purchase and renovate.
There are quite a lot of properties in the area.
Yes.
And a lot of them are for sale because it's the generation gap with the people who are my age or a little more.
Right.
They cannot, their children, none of their children has enough money to buy back the others, the brothers and sisters.
Right.
And then they have to sell.
I've never been so in love with a place as I am here.
Meanwhile, obviously doing all the tourist stuff, like going to the Rodin Museum. to a decorative arts museum. To the Palais Garnier, which I had never been to. You know, the normal shopping. I come back to the flea market here in Paris and then walking. I love the 7th arrondissement. Its proximity to the tower, which I thought would be really super touristy, and it really wasn't. Normally stayed in the Marais, but I love the 7th. I knew I wanted to shoot this process so that I could eventually turn it into a YouTube channel. I've kind of given up caring what people think of me carrying this gimbal and camera. I mean, it's so common now. You know, as a commercial director, I'm usually looking at things, how they're gonna photograph and, you know, how to shoot them. Putting myself in front of the camera was a whole new thing. So my main objective was just to get comfortable. So my windshield is so dirty, I can't really shoot anymore throughout the front. Oh my God. You're having fun.
No?
More comfortable, I should say, in front of the camera. Although I had been in front of a camera as a dancer in my youth, it has been a long, long, long time. I knew that I needed to just get my groove. The first season of GoGo Chateau is going to be about the 8 weeks that I spent driving all over France, trying to narrow down the region for my chateau search. I saw a couple of properties, but mainly I was just trying to get a feel for where in the country I wanted to be. What I already knew was that the majority of the chateau, which I'm attracted to, a sort of very fairy tale looking princessy chateau, are typically in the Loire Valley area. That stone, which is a very sort of creamy white color, is called a tuffeau stone. And I knew in advance of arriving that that's really what I want. I knew I wanted something with volume, with lots of ornate detail, and the Loire Valley area was the area to focus on. It's a bit of a needle in a haystack situation. There's 43,000 chateaux in France. Okay, obviously not all for sale, and certainly not all in my price range. Hardly any in my price range right now, actually. I had a lot to learn. The fact that I'm not speaking French. In Ringpao. Gonna go to Chinon, to the Chateau de Bernier, de la Bernier, Angers. So we're heading into Angers. Definitely a problem. Had to figure out how to drive. I'm in France driving my rent-a-car. Yesterday, complete meltdown. Panicked about learning how to set up navigation and learning it's just a new car and how to park, and oh my God, so stressful. Okay, I'm gonna try to get out of this parking garage. Beep, beep, beep. And a friend just said, dude, don't overdo it. Americans always do that. They want to overdo it and drive too much the first day. Don't drive, just drive a little bit. I parked it, went to bed. How to put gas in a car if the pump is not in English, and it's very different. All right, I don't know if any of these are diesel. but I see that there's a truck there, so I'm gonna guess that maybe that's the diesel pump. Okay, so I did some Google research, found out that the designation for diesel at the pump here in France is B7. So, okay, that just says 7, not B. I don't think that was diesel. It just said gasoline. Ay, ay, ay. Hallelujah. I found diesel. I think that other one might have been correct. It says gasoline too. Shit. Okay, but this one says B7. I think, the hardest things for me were just like panicking over using toll roads, which we don't have in the US. I mean, rarely, hardly ever. Coming up to the toll booth, exit. I got the ticket. Let's see if I remember how to do it. This means credit cards. All the credit cards. Okay, fingers crossed. I never get quite close enough. Take the seatbelt off, park the car. Woohoo! First one of the trip complete. I knew I was going to stay at Chateau de Lalande in central France. So today I am headed to Chateau de Lalande. Stephanie Jarvis's chateau. She is the host of a YouTube channel called Chateau Diaries, which I started following after seeing her on Escape to the Chateau DIY. She's adorable and energetic and bright and shiny. She's just sort of been a mentor to me in this process. Obviously, she doesn't know me yet, but it's very impactful what she does. And you can tell just by watching the show how one could do this on your own. I'm excited. All right, final stretch. 1.5 kilometers.
In 200 meters, sharp right onto Chateau de Lalande.
There she blows. I would like a chapel if I could. Universe, please. Oh my God, it's really beautiful here. I knew that I was going to stay there for 11 days because she's doing it the most successfully of anybody that I'd seen. Other than that, I just gave myself 8 weeks to kind of feel it out. The French have beauty down to a science. And my heart just wants to be here, surrounded by that. So what's GoGo Chateau? It is, well, it's a vlog. It's going to be a mashup of everything that I love, which is design and architecture and vintage and brocante and beautiful, beautiful things and France, obviously, and chateau. I've always wanted to live in a chateau. I don't know why. I think maybe most little girls wish they had been a princess. I mean, it's a curse that we have. But hell or high water, I'm gonna get there. With or without the prince? Okay, without the prince. I can't just wait around. Only got one life to live, people. One life! Thank you for joining me as I drive and drink, dine, and dance my way across France. I'm gonna follow my instincts, but mostly following my heart. Thanks so much for watching, and if you dug it, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell button, as it does something to the YouTube algorithm that I don't yet understand, but I know it's gonna help us go, go, grow.
Merci beaucoup.